Carolla, that's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Oh, it's like I never left. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, diction medicine specialist. Alexandra Paul is here tonight. You know her from her 27 years on Baywatch. That was 14 years ago, and now she's going to be on Melrose Place.
Yes, I am.
Is that right?
The last 8 episodes.
Looks younger every time I see her, too. It's probably been...
It's all that running at him.
How long has it been?
Since I last saw you?
Yeah.
What, 8 months ago?
8 months, yeah. She was with her sister last time, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She's a tough firewoman.
Ow!
Works in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yes. Wrote a book.
Good. Fighting fire.
That's right.
Good memory. I know you have a lot of guests.
She's your twin, too, right?
Yes, she is.
Yep. Yeah. Quite a woman. I think I could bring her over to the hetero side if I had a chance. I really do.
You'd have to try really hard. I'm sure she wouldn't mind you trying, as long as I could watch.
Oh.
My mom's listening, actually. I called her. She lives in San Francisco. And I said,
She must be delighted.
Because you're on 105 something or other over there.
Right.
Live 105.
So she's listening. So, Adam, be nice to me.
Okay. She look anything like you, too?
Actually, I look a lot like her.
Wow.
Yeah.
She must be one good-looking woman.
She is.
Is she?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
No, that worked.
You too, Alexandra.
Yeah, that's good. That's just, the Alexandra Paul just draws from a good gene pool. I mean, there are women that are cute, there's guys that are cute, and then there's just good, strong genes. I mean, look at her. You know what I'm talking about?
The triathlete stuff.
Yeah, the big high cheekbones and, got this nice nose, but good-sized nostrils, plenty of air. Get in there.
I hate my nose. When I was a kid, I used to push down the end because I don't like the way it looks like.
No, it looks good.
Aww.
It's very smooth.
Thank you.
All right, so Melrose Place is your new home now.
Yes.
When does that all start?
Well, actually, I aired for the first time last Monday, so Melrose is on Monday nights at 8 o'clock on Fox, so you can catch me there.
And how is that? What part are you playing?
I play Terry O'Brien. She's the sister-in-law of a character called Ryan. It's on the show. Now, the cast has changed so much over the years, so do you guys watch it?
Yeah, I do.
You guys are working all the time.
Drew tapes it, but I watch it when it runs live.
How could you?
It's 8 o'clock on Monday nights. So,
I was thinking it was like after we left.
No, I always watch it. And
did you see me last week?
I didn't want,
He had a weird week. No, he had a weird week.
I was in New York last week doing a lot of traveling.
I wasn't
You're working.
I'll tell you all about that in a second. And the thing about Melrose Place is whatever your character is now,
It changes.
it may change.
Exactly. In fact, when I was cast, I had no idea what my character was going to be. People were asking me, are you good or are you bad? And I'd say, well, I don't really know. Because A, they didn't tell me, and B, you change on a dime anyway.
Well, you'll start off as one thing and evolve into the other. So whatever you are, if you start good, you'll go bad. If you start bad, you'll go good.
That's why it's fun.
You know what you hope for? You hope to stay around long enough to go from good to bad and then back to good again.
How about
Because you'll eventually go back.
Die and come back, and maybe die again, and have amnesia.
Right. And then they pull a wig off. There's a big scar going down your skull. All right. So let me tell you about the dream I had last night before we get to the...
How's your hand?
Well, that's where the dream came from, Drew.
Let me see the hand.
It's starting to hurt just a little bit.
God.
Just a little bit
It's
again.
Still softer than it was when I put the needle in.
Drew did surgery on it on the air.
What happened?
This is from... I used to be a boxing trainer. I used to hold these mittens, and Alexandra just made a masturbatory joke. But the point is too much impact on the palm there, and I ended up getting a cyst, and Drew drained it on the air the other night. It was quite a bit bigger than it is now, if you could imagine that, and a lot of... good stuff came out of there. But last night I was sleeping, and I must have been sleeping on it, or it was obviously hurting me in my sleep, and so my thoughts and our attention sort of turned to it. And here was the dream. First I was in a brothel. That was the beginning part of the dream.
Which is the opening of every dream you have, right?
No, that's not the opening to every dream, but it was one of the skits that was on Saturday Night Live last night before I went to bed. Drew?
I'm wondering why line 7 is on. Should it be on?
No. I guess not. Oh, because that was our phone call before that. So I'm watching Saturday Night Live last night before I go to bed, and they have a brothel skit, a cat house sketch. So it's in my, so that's where I am. I'm at some cat house, and then I go to see you, and you're going to fix my hand. Now, you fillet my hand because the last time I spoke to you, you threatened to get the scalpel out.
Yes.
Drew said, in order for me to really do his hand up, I got to get the scalpel out. The syringe is not big enough. It can't clean out whatever's in the palm there. So you got the scalpel out, and you really filleted my hand. You cut it wide open, and you spread it out, and you sort of emptied it out.
Yeah.
And inside of there was this sort of like cockroach type thing. And this thing was, in other words, the lump was an organism that was alive in there. And it was
you saw Alien the night before. Or something.
No. No, I didn't. But don't worry, I can use, all I need is the two things, and then I'll make the third. Not only, but it was something that I'd picked up at the brothel. You see what I mean? It was like a crab or something, and I didn't want to say anything about it because I didn't want people to know I was at this brothel. But it was this, I mean, it was big, too. It was, 6-8 inches long, and I was freaked out when it came out of there. And you still couldn't do anything about my hand, by the way, which you said, well, we're going to have to come back, even though my hand was wide open at that point.
So how did you wake up? Were you like...
I was in a bad way.
Yeah.
It put a damper on the whole day, and then it rained. So.
Okay, so what are you gonna watch tonight before you go to bed?
Nothing. I'm gonna watch Davey and Goliath.
How was New York?
Oh, that's good.
New York was fine.
You're not gonna tell us about it.
I went to Scores one night, had a good time, walked home, and my partner Jimmy got pickpocketed by a prostitute. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he got pickpocketed. It was great. It was about I was walking right next to him. It was about 3:30 in the morning, and we're just walking home from a pizza place. And New York's great, by the way, because you just walk everywhere, and it doesn't matter what time it is. I mean, at least Manhattan. And you just eat and do whatever you want.
Right.
It's weird. Manhattan for me is like a giant buffet.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-mile square buffet.
Cafeteria.
And what you do is so you're in the strip club, and now you're walking, and you pass a bar. So you stop, and you go in, and you have a beer. And then you get out, and you start walking, and you pass a pizza place. So you stop and have some pizza. And then you keep walking, and there's a prostitute. Now, there's this place, you want to get a cannoli. So you stop there, but you just keep, walking, and every, 200 yards, you stop and eat or get some money or do something. And so we were leaving this pizza place. It was 3:34 in the morning, right outside the Riga Royal. And by the way, I did not get the toilet seat that shot up my ass this time. I was very upset about it. I cried at that toilet.
I'm so sorry.
The point is this woman came up to us and started patting my buddy down. He was, patting the crotch and patting the ass and, hey, want a date? And, hey, and we just kept walking no, we're tired. And she's patting, and eventually slid her hand into his pocket and pulled out, $56, which I just gave him from the ATM a couple blocks before.
And got away with it?
Yeah, we didn't notice it until we got back in the hotel. But the thing that I was saying later on is if you, Alexandra, and another attractive woman were just walking down the street at 3:34 in the morning, and a guy came up and started sort of accosting you, physically, you'd immediately start screaming, push him away, whatever. If two guys are walking and a woman comes up and starts feeling around the junk, around the groin area and patting around the nards and the ass stuff, you just keep walking. Just like having
slow down, in fact, right?
Yeah, we're just having a conversation with her while she's kind of patting around. It's like, hey, baby, you want a date? No, we're going to turn in. Oh, you sure you don't want a date? I'm good. No, that's all right. But we're just walking, and she's goosing him. So eventually she got her money.
Wow, what a racket. I never heard about that. I mean, I've heard about that with kids in Rome.
Oh, yeah. But, in a way, it's kind of a distinction to say you're picktasted. In this day
by a prostitute.
This day of
without a gun, yeah.
A day of carjackings and
quaint.
Yeah, it wasn't a takeover robbery or anything. You just lost a few bucks. Sarah, you're 18. What's going on?
There's been, so much friction between me and one's my boyfriend, one's my really good friend. Before I met my boyfriend, me and this guy, kind of fooled around. We weren't really good friends. We fooled around off and on, nothing big, no relationship other than friends. And, then I started going out with my boyfriend, and those two became good friends. Really good friends, because I was good friends with him, so we were kind of it was always kind of the three of us. And ever since then, it's just, I've always kind kind of like had problems with my boyfriend, and this one big fight we got in, and we broke up. And then during that breakup, me and my good friend...
Hold on a second. Does anyone care? I just don't care.
I'm not really even following.
I want to talk more about pickpockets and prostitutes.
No, I didn't get the question.
Did you just cut her off?
Yeah, I'm just not interested.
It mattered to her.
Yeah, but we got junkies and pedophiles,
I've been here how many times, Drew? A dozen times? I've never been there where you cut off somebody.
He's just...
Is this a new thing now that your TV show's coming on?
Here's he's got a new show coming on.
Yeah.
He was visiting royalty in New York. It was a big party?
It was a big party.
What kind of royalty? The Kennedys?
No, he was treated like the royalty.
Oh, he was royalty. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm kind of big time now.
You're going to have a really bad dream tonight just because of your car.
How big was the party?
There's probably about 400 people there.
These were all people who are going to sell the show?
No, people that were going to buy it and people that are going to sell it.
And they showed clips and liked it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so, anyway.
Get that out of your system.
All right. Now, let's just get back to Sarah later. She wasn't saying anything, was she?
Sarah
going out with a couple guys.
So we got the story. Now Sarah needs to sit quietly and formulate a question. One sentence that is the question.
There you go. Tanya.
Yes.
You're 25.
Hi.
Hey.
I want to say to you, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Wow.
Thanks. You're on with the formerly banned Alexandra Paul, who's now back for a 27th appearance since she was banned.
I completely forgotten about that.
This is my third time
She's back so often. I'd forgotten that you guys had a little fight.
It was just a publicist.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the question of the caller before you hang up on her.
All right.
On me, Adam.
All right, what's up, Tanya?
Okay. Well, I'm about 6 weeks pregnant and having extremely bad morning sickness. Before I was pregnant, I smoked pot pretty often, a couple times a day.
Oof.
I did stop, but lately the only way that I can make it so I don't throw up every time I do anything is by smoking a bowl. And
you understand that's how harmful that is to the child?
That's my question.
Okay. You got a big problem on your hands here.
Okay.
Okay.
I shouldn't do it ever again?
Certainly not while you're pregnant. If you can't stop, even in the face of harming a child, which, by the way, puts you at risk of child abuse. Do you understand? Using drugs during a pregnancy is potentially, in some states, an issue.
Oh.
That's number one. Number two, like everybody else who has morning sickness, go ahead and get treatment. Because it is treatable. There's all kinds of things they can do.
Well, they do.
Really? Because my doctor didn't have anything?
We'll talk to them some more about it, because there's all sorts of little over-the-counter stuff they can do and that sometimes work. I forget the names of these little... What the hell's the name of that stuff? Maybe I can think of as the show goes on. But there are things that can be done. And if you are having hyperemesis or pancreatitis or gallbladder, I mean, this stuff needs to be evaluated. So for you to be using a drug that is potentially harmful to your child is outlandish.
Okay.
For this problem that is manageable and should be followed by your obstetrician. Now, marijuana addiction, which is clearly what you're suffering from, is something that's not going to stop. Some people can control it during a pregnancy, but of course it will kick right in again right afterwards, and it is fat-soluble. It will be in your breast milk. Okay? And if you can't tolerate this, if you can't tolerate stopping, you've got to get some help with this.
Okay.
And MA is out there. They are there. And marijuana addiction is one of the most common addictions I see right now. And for those people who are biologically prone to it, it is a profoundly addictive drug. Not everybody else can get addicted to it. It's not as though everybody gets addicted to marijuana. Not as though everybody gets addicted to anything, frankly.
Right.
You have to have the biological predisposition. And it's a relatively small population for marijuana. But once you got it, you got it.
You got to have that rare Hesher gene.
Yeah, but
not many folks possess it.
I was smoking cigarettes. I was doing all kinds of bad things before I found out I was pregnant.
And you stopped all those?
Yeah.
You need to get treated. You need treatment because the addiction, an addicted mom, particularly in the first 2 years of life, is extremely damaging to the development of the child psychologically.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Where's Dad?
Oh, he's here.
All right. You guys are married?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Almost all dads with moms with those kinds of habits are themselves users. It's almost unheard of to have a straight.
What about your boyfriend? Does he use?
Very occasionally.
Yeah. But
not anything like I was.
He doesn't drink regularly?
No, nothing.
No, really? You're the one, huh?
Does he have a parent who's an alcoholic?
No, I don't think either of them were.
Okay, doesn't quite fit, but wouldn't be surprised if that was the case and that his stuff comes on eventually. That's sort of the usual pattern. But if not, great.
All right, Tanya.
Great, thanks so much, guys.
Okay.
Take care of that kid.
Okay, bye.
How long does it stay in your breast milk?
Stays in the fat for, usually it's like detectable in urine for a week or two, depending on how much you've been smoking. And this, in her case, it could go on for a while. Breast milk, I think
Alexandra doesn't have any fat on her.
I understand.
Not much breast either.
Well, you take...
Certainly no breast milk at this time.
You take the good with the bad. It's just one of those things, you know? You focus on the ass. That's what guys do.
Guys, yeah. I frankly don't think it's a debit.
No, listen, guys...
Let's go back to my question.
Guys enjoy a woman's legs and ass and face, I would say, in that order, and then breasts would be fourth. I really do.
Just not everybody's inclined as you are.
Right, I like the big breasts. That's me.
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
No, but if she stopped 9 months before she had the baby, would it still be in the breast milk? That's what I wondered.
No.
Oh, I see. No. It would be out by then.
Yeah.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, give us your question.
Okay. These two guys, I'm torn between them.
Right.
And I keep, I'm not trying to lie to them. My boyfriend doesn't know how I feel.
Yep. It was supposed to be a sentence. She's got to sit back and...
Oh, Drew, please, you're cruel.
No, because she lost me again already.
No. Listen, you like two guys.
She's got to give the guys, guy A and guy B. What do you think?
One of them's your boyfriend.
And one's my best friend.
All right. You must be loyal to your boyfriend.
Yeah, but the boyfriend needs to get over it. Right? It's just her best friend.
But what? But
she likes her best friend, too.
Did she kiss her best friend?
Yes, she did at one point.
Then she needs to make a choice here.
Why? She can't hang out with the best friend after she's kissed her?
It's not going to work for her boyfriend to hang out, and these two guys are friends, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
I mean, the friendship, if a real friendship can tolerate a little break.
Yeah.
I can wait. The boyfriendship isn't going to last that long. Judging she's 18, right? Average duration of a relationship is about 6 months.
Whatever it is, stick with your boyfriend.
Well,
and stop screwing things up.
Wait a minute. We normally say stick with your friend because the friendships are more sustained.
But listen, there's two guys she likes, and one of them's her boyfriend.
But we're saying it in this case because we believe, do correct me if I'm wrong about this, that she likes her best friend a little more than she's willing to admit right now.
Right.
And that's what's bothering the boyfriend, and that's what's bothering us.
Right. Michael?
Hello?
You're 13.
Yeah.
Remember that fabulous Baywatch?
I haven't seen one in a while.
Okay.
I've been gone.
But you couldn't just go, yeah?
No, that's all right. I don't take it personally, Michael. That's all right. Hopefully you're studying instead of watching Baywatch.
I couched it with do you remember?
Well, yeah, I remember a lot of Baywatch.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I remember I used to watch it way back when. When
I was young.
Michael, what's up?
Okay, well, I went to a party on Saturday, and just to tell you right off the bat, I've never gotten farther than making out and necking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends, this girl, about last summer, she gave this guy a blowjob, and so ever since then, people have been making fun of her and ripping on her and stuff. And then at the party, there's this girl that likes me, and I kind of like her, and she kept on insisting that this girl get and stuff, and I was just cool with it,
Wait, I missed a very crucial word there.
Phone call.
What?
Say that again. Say that sentence again. We missed some crucial information.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. Well, this girl at this party wanted to give me a blowjob, and I think it was because this other girl kept on insisting that we did this together, and I think it was because she didn't want to be the only one that got made fun of, or...
And what's your question about it?
Should I get this job?
Not unless you're clear it's something you want to do. And it's not...
What are you doing, going back to the party with the coupon or something?
Well, I mean, I go over to the girl's house, almost every day after school, and just, talk to her and stuff.
So it's somebody you know and see regularly?
What?
It's somebody you know and see regularly?
Yeah.
Do you want to get involved with her?
Well, I don't really want to date her, because it seems like it's kind of an annoying thing to do. I don't know. It's too much of a responsibility.
To have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
it is.
You don't want to do that. That's fine. I would suggest you not do this. Alexandra, what do you think?
I definitely agree. I find it interesting, Michael, that he didn't say anything about kissing, but you went straight to the blowjob.
Well, because that's what he was offered by this person.
And so there's no kissing first?
Well,
somebody's got something going on here, and I don't know what it is and who it is.
Michael, I think that the first time you get a blowjob, you should get it from someone that you are involved with and have been with for a while and have kissed and gone through all that stuff.
Like your mom.
Don't get it just a quick wham bam. It's
no. There would be some smooching here, but let me line you out on something here. Guys, when they're young, treat sex like a scavenger hunt. Yeah. They have a list.
I understand. I'm probably being too...
No, but they do. Doesn't mean they should.
He has checked smooching off of his list.
He's going to go to the next.
Well, if you're offered smooching or blowjob, I suppose you'd skip over to blowjob if you were a guy.
Yeah, that's sort of what happened.
But he is calling to ask our advice.
And his instincts are telling him he shouldn't do it. It's not right for him.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have called.
Kids should follow.
He was calling because somebody offered him a BJ and he wanted the world to know.
No,
believe me. No, believe me. Listen, I'm 34. Someone offers me a BJ. I talk about it.
Talk about it. Yeah.
Yes,
that's true.
It's an instinct. Guys will work it into any conversation. If something happened to them, and there's a woman that likes them, they're all over it, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And at 13, it's very powerful. And as far as the kissing, there would be kissing involved here, too.
Kissing and then immediately in the same 5 minutes.
He could probably scratch a few things off of his list in just one stop at this girl's house.
Yeah, but you know,
cop a feel.
And of course, you know who the girl is. Some sexually or physically abused something, and here we go.
I think she is an honor student.
Whenever you treat people as objects,
Sweden.
Whenever you treat people as objects, or whenever people want to be objectified, it's a bad situation.
Especially when you're 13. My God.
All right. Speaking of objectification, Melrose Place is where you can find Alexandra Paul.
Good sequitur.
Monday nights, 8 o'clock. That'd be tomorrow. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back.
Hi, this is Thomas Calabro, Dr. Michael Mancini from Melrose Place, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, it's a carpet. Alexandra Paul is here. Yes, Dr. Mancini. It's just doing that video. I haven't seen him in a while. What the hell's his name? Fred Travelina?
Thomas Calabro.
Thomas Calabro, that's right. He was kind of an a-hole, actually, the first time we met him, wasn't he?
And then he was nice a couple of times.
He was nice down the road, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Watch out for him, though. He may be kind
I
of
liked
a
working with him.
You really?
Yeah.
All right. He's 50-50 on this show.
You like his acting, and that's when he's sort of warmed up to you.
I kiss his ass a little. Yeah, he was nice the first time we met him, and then he was an a-hole the first time we met him, and then the second time we met him, he was nice. Yeah. Okay. Alexandra Paul's always nice, and that's why she's on the show so much. You can find her in Melrose Place tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Drew? Yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry to catch you mid-yawn. Michaela.
Hi, it's Michaela.
Michaela, sorry.
That's okay.
You're 15. What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted, first of all, I wanted to congratulate you guys for your popularity in Chicago. It's really, really cool. Everyone I know listens to your show.
And thanks.
You're wise, as I don't know what. And Adam, it's really nice to have you back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard Drew did a little bad-mouthing about me when I was gone, making fun of my cowboy hat.
No, I don't think I did I?
Hey, I don't leave without planting a few ears.
I know
you know what I'm saying?
I know your grandma listens very carefully.
No, she didn't rat you out this time. Usually my grandma, the thing that's wonderful about my family is they're probably listening, but I don't care. They think of me as, I must have some talent, otherwise I wouldn't be where I am. But on the other hand, I'm still a Carolla, and I could easily be replaced by anybody at any day. So whenever I leave town, Drew always gets on the air and he goes, "Oh, thank God that Adam's gone. Boy, if I had it my way, he'd be gone for good," and so on and so forth. And then I come back into town, and my grandma will be like, "Looks like you're on the way out." Then start talking about plans, more additions to do on her house. Figure out
I don't think I mentioned the cowboy hat because I had put that completely out of my mind.
Well, I heard talk. Yep. It's out in the car. All right, anyway. Michaela.
Yeah, I'm 15, and I have been dating a guy for about a year, and we broke up, and he decided he wanted to date my best friend. And so there was a lot of tension between me and my best friend, and she tried to keep a secret from me, but he eventually broke down and told me.
This is after you had broken up, though?
This is after we had broken up.
How long after?
Maybe a month.
Okay.
And we had been going out for about a year. And
what do you bet, Adam? Was it actually a month before the two of them got together?
I don't know. All I can think about is how angry I am at you, Drew, for taking another one of these stupid triangle calls.
Oh.
Yeah, we're taking this is the same call we just had,
I was
isn't
just
it?
going for who's been on hold the longest.
Oh, we'll start using your
This
brain.
actually happens a lot in high school.
I know, but,
This
we
is
got
a
a
little
nice
different.
unibrow call
It's
over
coming up.
here.
It's
I mean, and we just had this call, didn't we?
It's a little different.
A little
So,
different. It involves the
Okay.
It's a different side of the
breakup. It's a
triangle.
breakup
Okay,
problem, yeah.
all right. So what is the question?
So yesterday we met up and we ended up having sex by the end of the day.
she and the ex, who's with the best friend.
Right.
This is another case in point for why young people should not have best friends.
Or sex at 15.
Well,
Did you use protection?
excuse me?
Did you use protection?
Yes,
Ah.
I did. I always do. I'm not that stupid to get pregnant at 15.
What did you do?
We ended up, and then
How did you protect yourself?
we used a condom, and it didn't break or anything, and we ended up having wild. So it didn't break, which is really fortunate for me.
How old is he?
19.
14?
How old?
14.
14. I want to kick that guy in the nuts. I cannot stand to hear about 14-year-old guys having wild sex. It drives me crazy. With 2 chicks, a son of a bitch. Oh, man. Hey, don't you girls understand you're supposed to torture guys when they're 14? So they have something to look forward to?
I have.
No, you're not. Listen. You grabbing a tuft of his hair while he's nailing you is not torturing him. Do you understand?
Very funny.
Oh, my God.
So wait, what's the question?
I was wondering what I should do about my best friend because she's been my...
She's not your best friend. Or if it's your best friend, you've chosen the same kind of dysfunction in your friendships that you've chosen in your love relationships, which is
Yes.
the way people do. So whatever play you're casting, whatever roles you need casted in your life, you found a sexual partner to play a role, and you found a best friend to play that same role. And it's about the disturbed relationships you've had growing up that you're still acting out upon, which is normal, but as much as you can be aware of that and try to choose better friendships and less drama and more stability and more real connection, the happier you're going to be.
I wonder how
this thing's going to erupt all over the place, and don't have sex with your ex anymore.
14, the guy's nailing 2 chicks, who are 15, by the way, and he can do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, son of a bitch. You know how much different my life would be if I was getting laid at 14? Like, I was wearing
You'd be so bitter and
Yoda
angry.
jammies with feet in them, at 14. And, I had a huggy blanket. I would go sleep with my parents crying. And if I was getting laid at 14, I probably would have showed up like the 9th grade wearing Carrera sunglasses and smoking, members only jacket and some driving gloves.
Ow.
Oh, what was that?
Sorry, I think I moved the mic.
Yeah, you're not. Let me tell you something about Westwood too. You shouldn't move in
anything.
Breathing is an issue.
Oh, all right.
Right.
Sorry.
Adam,
Hello?
you're 14.
Hey, Adam, what's up?
Yeah, this is more like it now. Here's a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
What's going on? You're not getting laid, are you?
Nah.
No, I can hear it in your voice.
Thank you, I think. Anyway, I have a question. Adam, I'd like to know your opinion about eyebrow tweezing for guys.
Yeah.
See, I in 8th grade, I had a unibrow.
Right.
Over the summer, I was going to a different high school, so I tweezed,
Right.
And I think it looks much better.
You got to. It's either that or the unibrow.
Yeah, I know.
You'll be the unibrowner.
I think it makes
Brower.
me look so much better.
All right,
You look like a madman.
So what's the problem?
Well, my mom thinks I'm gay, and I can't stop because I'm afraid that people are going to think, or people are going to find out.
Oh, Adam, don't look. If it looks better,
Mom thinks you're gay.
you're comfortable with it. It's fine.
Your mom thinks you're gay.
You don't believe me?
Is your mom nearby?
No.
We should talk to this
My
woman.
boyfriend shaves his legs.
Oh, well, he's one of those marathon guys.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a
people
swimmer or
can do
something.
all sorts of things to their body hair.
That's an
these
excuse,
days.
though. These guys that ride bikes a lot, so they got to shave their body. They've been in the pool twice in the last 6 months. I got to shave myself.
Gay.
Thank you, Drew. But the guys do this, and there's something. Shaving is not bad, but somehow tweezing is. And to me, it's more manly because there's more pain involved with it. Hey, listen, I got to tweeze my brow. If I didn't, I'd just have one huge brow.
And you look like a madman. More like a madman.
More like a madman. As a matter of fact, I got my brow waxed doing a bit at the mall last week.
Oh, boy.
It was quite liberating.
Oh.
Yeah, I was doing filming something, and it just thought it'd be a funny idea to go into the salon. And actually, I was standing by the bleach department, and a woman came up and wanted to buy some mustache bleach, and I basically did my rap for her that, listen, you gals out there who think just because you take that...
and you bleach it, that we can't see it?
Yeah, you look to me, you just look like Nick Nolte in the early 80s. I mean, it's like I said to her, you know, Brad Pitt's got blonde hair, right? Yeah. You think he's bald, or you think he's just got the blonde hair there? So you just look like someone with a blonde mustache. Why don't you just get the thing pulled off?
Just tweeze, and if someone gives you a hard time...
So you took her to a place to get it waxed?
We were in the store. I waxed her.
Oh, you waxed
her down.
You waxed her?
Yes.
I thought you got waxed.
I got waxed, too. And then I waxed her.
And you waxed her?
And I went home and waxed off. No. Yeah, I waxed her. Well, the woman...
Please
and by the way, there's not...
wax on.
There's not an English-speaking woman in America who does this waxing. There isn't. They're all from some bizarre country. Yeah. And it's not anyone you've ever known of, because it's not like, all right, she's Japanese or she's from India. It's something in between. Yeah. And it's like a Waxanisberg or something they come from. And they all do the plucking. They're the pluckers and the waxers. And
it's usually sort of Germanic, though, is it not?
No. It's like Micronesian or something. It's a weird, they're little. They got to have little hands in order to get at the bikini area and, under the nose. And between the brows. It's not something for big, thick-fisted woman to do. She can't have those, big fire plug type fingers. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Drew?
Yeah. Oh, yes, Adam.
Anyway, she spread the wax on, but I ripped the
you ripped the wax off,
the muslin cloth off that they stuck on. And man, this woman, I pulled that thing off, and it looked like I'd ripped a carpet sample up. I mean, it was just a lot of stash.
And you showed her, of course.
I showed her. She thanked me when we were done. You're right. God bless you.
No, she knew she was being filmed here?
She did. Yeah, she didn't know it.
Did she know who you were, or did she think you were a salesperson at the store?
I don't know what she thought I was.
Of course, Alexandra.
And you know
but she thought
a free mustache job. What the heck?
Oh,
I ran.
Let you get near my mustache.
You ran to what?
I ran into Amy. What's her name? Who we did Howie Mandel with, by the way, from NYPD Blue.
Right.
Amy.
With the black curly hair.
Yeah, she's good.
Actress.
She was in Friends and Neighbors.
Or something like that.
All right, you got to call her in because I told her we'd have her on the show. Thank you.
Whatever.
Okay, where are we? Joe.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yeah. My question is, I've got, crushes on different guys and stuff at school, and I don't know what to do and how to show them that I'm doing it without, screwing my, my, karma and stuff at school. So, what do I do?
You are attracted to a couple of guys.
Yeah.
Have you been with guys before?
Once.
Do you know that how old were you when you had the one guy?
What?
How old were you when you were with this guy?
I don't know, a month ago. So.
And are these guys gay?
What?
Are these guys gay?
I don't know.
So you're worried that if you express yourself to them, that they'll sort of out you before you really want to be outed.
Well, once your carmutation gets damaged at school,
carmation.
Your carmation gets damaged. It's hard to fix. Hey, Joe.
Huh?
Why don't you figure out whether these guys like guys first before you make your move? Because there could be trouble here.
It's hard. How do you find that out?
I can tell.
Oh, God, I doubt it.
I can tell. Believe me. Joe, you want me to go to school with you and pick some gay guys out? I can do it.
I don't know how to find out if they are or not. Yeah. And
we would generally suggest that you get involved with a gay and lesbian support group, it's a youth center, gay and lesbian youth center in your city, because most cities have them, and you can get a support network there of young people. You might meet somebody there, and should you decide to do this and it go bad on you, at least you'll have a supportive network to fall back on.
That's a layup, isn't it? I mean, you go down to the Gay and Lesbian Youth Center. There's a couple other 15-year-old guys over there that are a little bit confused and looking for a place to hang out. You're shooting caroms, Next thing you know, you got a phone number. I mean, isn't that a good way to meet somebody?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it?
Caroms.
Well, I mean...
Well, I think if you want to know if someone's gay or not, that's probably the best place to find them.
They're hanging out at the Gay and Lesbian Youth Center.
I would say definitely... It would be better for your high school days not to approach high school boys that you're not sure are gay.
They can be cruel and everything else. And listen, we're all about the truth on this show, but not if it involves you getting hurt. And if you're in the 10th grade and word gets out, that could be a long 3 years or 2.5 or whatever you have left before you graduate, and there could be some harassment there. Why go through with it? All right? True? You look like you're dying to make a phone call.
Certainly not without support.
You going somewhere?
Just stretching.
Stretching by getting up and fleeing?
Yes.
Okay. Alexandra Paul is here.
It was indeed.
I'm a big star now, Drew.
I know.
Be careful how you address me.
Feeling your energy.
When we come back, we'll speak to Carter, who's 24. Should he get back in touch with X? They had something pretty special. Well, Drew, what the hell is that? Sherry, get us some better calls, would you? Mom drinks too much? Parents suspect...
I'll pick a call.
There's a pot smoking call here. Alexandra will pick a call when we come back. All right. Hey, Drew. Quiet. Alexandra Paul is our guest tonight. You knew her work from Baywatch, and you now know her work as of last week on Melrose Place. Monday nights, 8 o'clock on the fabulous Fox. That show must be on its 8th season now.
8th season, yeah. 8th and final season.
Yeah, it just keeps going, and people leave and they come back, and then people leave other series. And who's the Thomas Calabro's right? Still,
yeah, he's been on since day one.
Still there.
Yeah.
Now, who else?
Who else is there right now? Well,
Yeah.
Josie Bissett, who's also been there from the beginning, is on.
Who didn't she leave and come back?
She left, yes, and she came back.
Right.
And her husband, Rob Estes, is also on.
Right.
And he used to be on Silk Stockings.
You used to coach him in boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Nice guy.
He's a very nice man.
He's like missing a pectoral muscle or something. He's got something wrong with him. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't seem to slow him down. He's a fabulous athlete and a nice guy. I think actually one of his scrotum may be, one of the balls in there may be a little higher in the air. I think that's what it was. That's what I remember.
Still
or at
worse,
least
though, 'cause
it felt
pregnant,
higher,
right?
yeah.
They're having a baby in a few months.
Right, that's not his. But anyway, who else is on the show?
Let's see, Heather, of course, and Jamie Luner.
Right.
Kelly Rutherford.
Jamie Luner, we know.
We've had them both on the TV
Kelly,
show.
right.
And you know what I like about Heather Locklear? She's been on the show 44 years, and it says a special guest appearance.
I know, it's interesting.
Heather
She's
Locklear.
a producer, too, yeah.
Yeah. She likes
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's all right.
A fear of commitment or something.
All I want to say to the folks who deal with Melrose Place is I'm not surprised to see her when she's on there. So it's not like I better catch this one because next week Heather may not be here. It's a very special appearance. It's like a circus that has been in town for the last 15 years. And there's a sign that says, catch them this weekend. They may pack up. So she's on it in...
and John Newton is. He plays... I have most of my scenes with John.
Wait a minute. I don't know. Which one's John Newton?
He's the one who's dark, like you.
Oh, very handsome. He must be very handsome. With the potential monobrow like me?
I'm sure he flux it. I don't know. He's very handsome, very nice. He's an environmentalist. I like him a lot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm anti-environment. I actually I'll like chase squirrels down the street yelling with a rake in my underpants. All right, you have one of those electric cars.
I do.
Right?
I drove it here tonight.
I saw you pulling into or out of
Politically Incorrect
with your electric mobile.
Yeah.
I like those cars.
Wait, was that just last week? I was on last week.
No, that was it had to be a couple of months ago. Okay. But I like them because they look exactly like a car, but they don't make any noise.
Right.
And there's something a little bit confusing about that to those of us who only know about cars that make noise.
Right.
It's as if you're watching a movie with no sound, or it's something bizarre. And it's great. They come up my street every once in a while. I like them. They got good pickup too. Let me say something about those electric cars for 1 second.
The EV1 I have, it's got a lot of pickup.
Okay, is it a coil engine? What kind of engine is it?
So it's electronic.
Motors.
Electric
motor.
I don't know.
Using magnet?
Yeah, like a magneto and an armature and everything. I guess. I mean, it's probably a little more advanced than that. But the point is people think that the performance it suffers when you switch to electronic engine as opposed to a gasoline engine, but that's not true. Those cars go 0 to 60 in like 7.8 or something, which is damn respectable. I mean, it's like like a Toyota Camry with a 6-cylinder in it or something. It's like that.
The car's really fast.
Wow.
I mean, in the 20s, there were more electric cars on the road than gas cars, apparently. I have old people come up to me going, when I was young, my family had an electric car. They were big in the 20s.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you know that, Adam?
No, I didn't know that.
So, must have been the gas. It was the gas company.
They're big out here, too, if I remember right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Annabelle, before Ed Begley Jr. calls up. We'll get back to the phones. You're 23.
Yes.
What's up?
I cannot orgasm with a man.
I hear you.
Okay. I've been masturbating since I was very, very young.
How young?
I would say, I guess, 3rd grade.
8.
And you would have an orgasm?
Yeah, I've been orgasming since I was that young.
Jeez, how did you finish school?
Something happened to you when you were younger?
No, absolutely nothing. And I hear that as like kind of a way of people saying this is why you're this way, because something bad may have happened in your past. But
it doesn't have to be a sexual thing, by the way. I mean, I just went to a conference this week and was about sexual compulsivity and whatnot, and it was really interesting to see how much any sort of trauma in childhood just becomes sexualized when you're 13, 14. It's just all of a sudden the brain turns that energy into something sexual. It's and nobody knows why that happens.
It's true. I just Wednesday night was watching pay-per-view porn in the hotel room, and I can tell you, I lost my train of thought.
I'm glad you lost your train of thought. I have a question.
Yes.
How long are you with these men with whom you are sexual? Are they long-term relationships?
I had a 4-year relationship, and it was purely I wouldn't say purely sexual, but I was certainly more into pleasing him than I was into myself. And I feel like I can't orgasm with a man because I'm so worried about pleasing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, this is all...
Eating disorder? Ever have an eating disorder?
I've never had any disorder. I'm completely normal.
But this also just
something's going on.
Yeah. Now, again, think back. Did you anything happen? Any sort of an earthquake or something?
Really, I'm telling you, I've had a completely happy, normal life. I was never molested.
Well, no, but why were you so into pleasing?
When I was in 3rd grade and I was masturbating, I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew it felt good.
Annabelle, we're not listen,
relax.
Somebody
who
needs to please other people. Typically, their function in the family was keeping everybody else in order in your family. You were there on behalf of your parents, on behalf of your siblings. You were the caretaker in some fashion. That's why you then go out and do that in your relationships. Okay, so at least that was going on.
No, I'm an only child. I was very well taken care of by my grandmother and my mother.
Where was your dad?
My dad is not. My dad, they've been divorced since I was 2.
All right. When your dad left, Annabelle, I bet you something...
I'm going to put you on hold for a minute.
Because, something happened there, Annabelle. You saw something go down.
No, it's not nothing go down.
No.
Your grandmother and your mom raised you, and that you're going to have it. You're going look. Here's the whole thing. Shut Drew's mic off. She is having difficulty having orgasms in the presence of a man because she does not want to feel that vulnerable with a man, because to a woman, an orgasm for many women equals intimacy, and the last guy she sort of gave herself to split and never came back, which was her biological dad. So now she's unable to muster this in front of another guy because of the horrible sense of loss she had as a youngster. Keep Drew's mic off.
Yes.
What else? Write it down.
Yes, and she saw something disturbing go down when she was 2.
Why?
Something.
Because
her
of that
parents fighting, for example?
Something like that, yeah. Something that really made her feel out of control.
Because she started
now she
masturbating.
controls herself?
Because that's what the brain does with that material.
Okay.
So what should she do?
I mean, can I please just back here? I mean, I think the reason why I'm not worried about orgasming with a man is because I know 5 minutes later I could go in the privacy of my own room and take care of business.
Annabelle, that is a classic description of somebody who is not interested, who not able to have intimacy. Because that's where you're going to go, and that's how you're going to keep yourself distanced from the real closeness.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to stay in a relationship.
That's right. And we're telling you why. And it's just the way humans are. It's just the pattern. Not because we know anything, just because that's...
No, I'm a genius.
That's the pattern.
And let me say this. I could give Alexandra Paul a orgasm.
And by the way, it's
easily.
not. We're not saying that single parent.
Drew, do you ever see when I'm leading into something,
No,
or you just got to crap all over where I'm
Because sometimes
going?
it's important to make a point, but before you make a joke. And the point is that we're not saying
I was leading into something, though,
parent. You can
jackass.
pick up again,
No,
just like I could
can't.
too.
No.
All right, go ahead, tell your joke. Now you've stepped all over me.
All right.
All right, now, boys.
Now, the fact is that sometimes we're not saying that single parent children of single parents are necessarily going to turn out this way, but she's calling with a particular outcome that we could say based on that outcome where it came from, and clearly it had.
And so, what can she do to solve this?
She needs therapy.
Oh, don't look at me. I'm not talking to you.
Therapy and discussions about her father and how she feels about him leaving.
No, not necessarily. About reestablishing intimacy in a controlled environment, which is what therapy is. Just a relationship. It's just a controlled relationship is all it is. And if she can reestablish that, then she can go out and then do that.
No, Alexandra's right. She needs to get back in touch with those feelings. It's about her father. It's about abandonment. And it's about being able to be intimate with a guy.
I agree, but you saw heard how far away she was from all that. She's completely a million miles.
Yeah, Annabelle, you're really far away from stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to explain how I was going to give Alexandra Paul an orgasm, but I guess we're running a little bit late on time
Adam,
now.
just looking at you turns me on.
There.
So that is
There.
enough for me.
That's right.
Did you keep telling him stuff like that? It keeps him very contained. He's much better, it's like
really,
stroking a dog or something.
I know.
Calms though, right?
There's a little something here, right? I mean,
yeah, it's you and your brow.
It's two brows, you know.
Two brows now, yes,
Okay.
yes. But even when you had one, I still was crazy about you.
All right. And it looks like I have one ass cheek, too. I should have brought that up. Okay, we'll take a little break, and I'm going to yell at Drew, and then we'll come back. Hey, just poise yourself to do a radio show, would you?
We got 10 seconds here.
No, we don't. Okay, we do. You're lucky. Yeah. Alexandra Paul's here, and we'll be back with more Loveline in actually, it's about 14 seconds, Mike tells me.
This is Loveline on
radio
station
94.7
NRK.
Entercom radio station.
Attention.
K-R-K. Chemist Portland.
And the lowest new rock alternative.
Yeah, that's enough, Drew. Alexandra Paul is our guest tonight. She's on Melrose Place Monday nights, 8 o'clock, and still on episodes of Baywatch, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm still getting those residual checks and stuff. People still think I'm on the show.
I say that every time.
I know, Adam does
No, my penis thinks she's on.
All right.
I understand intellectually she's not, but I try to explain that to the penis, Drew.
Yeah.
They will not listen.
Right.
It turns its back, crosses its arms, and just pouts. It's horrible. I've told you that every time you've come on the show, that this show is Baywatch. First off, no one knew what day Baywatch was on when it was on, because it was syndicated. It was on a whole bunch of different times, and they would run it on Sunday in the afternoon, and then they'd run it late in the evenings, and they'd run it all these different times, so you never knew when the show was on. And then once it started to get in a real heavy rotation, you never knew who was there and who was gone, because
now it's been stripped, so it plays every day.
Right.
And you're not sure if you're going to see shows from episode 1 or shows from the year 1 or year 8.
Right.
So you don't know. Yeah, it can get kind of complicated.
It's got to be weird.
I think they try and run it in chronological order.
Isn't it weird? Watch yourself run around in a bathing suit, sort of on a continuous loop, until the end of time.
I actually don't watch myself running around in a bathing suit.
Well, I
haven't
do.
Seen the episode since I left.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
It's an excellent program.
Thank you.
You should watch
1 billion people seem to think of that.
I know. Really, we got to get some birth control happening in this country. 1 billion people are watching. Hasselhoff, go back. My favorite part about Baywatch is when people, they swim out like Mark Spitz about a quarter mile out off the shore, and then they turn around and start drowning. Yeah. Like somebody grabbed their foot. It's great.
Hello?
You're 15.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, all right, this is what's happening. I smoked pot for the first time, right? And my mom found out. Well, she's not 100% sure, though, so...
Well, here's what I'm not 100% sure of. Tyler only did it one time.
She's suspecting that I did.
I suspect you do it more than one time.
What?
I suspect you've done it more than one time.
No.
Just once?
Tyler?
It was on Saturday.
You were just eating brownies before that? You weren't smoking it?
No.
No.
That was the first time.
Okay.
How'd your mother find out?
Well, because when I was home, I was acting differently, right? And she smelled it on me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, well, then my parents said that they're going to give me drug test on Monday.
Well, it's fine. It won't be there, so I don't think...
You what?
It will be out by then.
Yeah, and I was wondering, because I heard from people saying that...
You can ask me the same question.
If you drink a lot of cranberry juice...
Tyler?
Hey, Stoner? Listen, don't smoke pot. You sound like you're like one of the Wailers, one of Bob Marley's backup band. For 20 years already, you smoked pot one time. It's hard to talk to you, Tyler.
I think you smoked a little more than once.
I don't know. I believe him. You only smoked pot one time, Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay, do not smoke pot again.
And they will not detect it. It will be out. It should be out by Monday, if indeed you only smoked it once.
Okay.
If you've been smoking right up until Saturday, no matter what you do, it's going to be in there.
Okay.
So which is it?
And if
Tyler?
Yeah.
Was it one time?
Yeah.
Wasn't just smoking regular?
No, listen, I'm done trying to talk to Tyler. There's a lot of difficulty.
Just don't smoke pot anymore.
Do all 15-year-olds have this much difficulty communicating?
No.
They don't?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
In England, they speak the Queen's English by 15.
Yeah. Ooh, they're all like that little girl from the piano. The hell is her name?
I think she was from Australia.
I don't care. She was a firecracker. Anna Packwood.
Paquin. I think she's in...
Packwood is her
grown
porn
up
name.
now. She's grown up.
The point is I saw she got nominated for Academy Award when she was like 9 or 10 or something. It was like four years ago or something like that. More articulate than any of our callers at 9. All right, Alexandra,
don't move.
Do not touch anything in the studio.
I'm futzing with this wire.
They're just putting the finishing touches on the news studio. So my engineer Mike has been telling us for 3 years. The paint has been drying for 3.5 years.
There's going to be a great screen, a glass screen with a computer.
Yeah, it's going to be. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be like some sort of NASA lab in there. Athena.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yep.
What's going on?
My boyfriend's brother is like coming on to me.
Boyfriend's brother. How old is he?
The boyfriend or the brother?
Both.
The brother's 17 and the boyfriend's 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So why is this a problem?
Because I don't know if I should tell him or just ignore him.
Well, I mean, everybody, if someone's coming on to you...
What does that mean, coming on, anyway? What is he doing?
Like touching me. And,
he's touching you?
Yeah, and he kissed me once.
Mm-mm. And how did you react that time?
I told him to stop, and then he did, and then he's like, why you play hard to get?
Oh, boy.
Why are you playing hard to get?
And he knows you're seeing his brother.
Yeah.
His brother's got to be a piece of work, too, though, right? His brother's not a great guy either, is he?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
What's he do, this 18-year-old brother?
What do you mean?
How does he support himself?
He works.
Where does he work?
How do you mean?
Huh?
Where does he work?
He works at Oak Ridge.
Oh, Oak Ridge.
Down at Oak Ridge.
Oh, he's down at Oak Ridge.
Okay. All right.
Oak Ridge South or Oak Ridge East?
Oak Ridge McDonald's, Oak Ridge Golf Course, Oak Ridge what?
Mall.
Oak Ridge Mall. Where does he work?
In Hot Topic.
Hot Topic.
Wait, you're going to, like, pinpoint it.
I want to know what...
10
she
people
could
going
say
to
he
Hot
works in a
Topic
retail
tomorrow.
store.
What is Hot Topic?
It's like a piercing place.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You couldn't just say worked at a piercing place. All right, Athena, this guy's a piece of work. And so's his brother. I don't trust either one of them.
Remember what I said about how something you're sexualized when you get to be a teenager? That's what the piercing is all about. Something happened. Somebody knocked them around. Somebody was abusive to them in some way. And all of a sudden it has a sexual energy to it. And that's what the piercing's about.
Well, what's he do over there?
He just gives them the like bars and stuff.
He does the piercing?
No, he just gives them the earrings and stuff.
He's like an assistant.
Yeah.
He gives them the earrings and stuff.
He sells the jewelry across the counter?
Yeah.
Or he assists in the procedures? And hands the bars to the person doing the procedure?
He does that, or he's over the counter. Okay.
Okay.
Athena, you know what you need to do? You get into color commentary, like for ice skating or something. There's this guy, I don't know. He's doing something.
Reminds me of Scott, what's his name?
Baio?
No,
Scott Hamilton.
Scott Hamilton.
Yeah,
She sounds
she's
just
like a female. Hey, Athena.
Yeah.
Listen, I really worry about this guy.
And I
worry about his brother. I worry about his family, and I worry about you hanging out too much over there.
Why would Athena be such a good victim for that brother? See?
Yeah.
Ran for this guy.
Is this boyfriend of yours treating you right?
Yeah.
He is?
How long have you been with him?
Huh?
How long have you been with him?
Like a year.
A year.
Yeah. You having sex with him?
I don't know. Not yet.
No?
Not yet.
Not yet? No, yes you are.
I'm not.
You're laughing, though, right?
Yeah.
Why is that funny?
I don't.
Okay. Athena, tell the boyfriend's brother to leave you alone, and if he touches you again, you're going to tell your boyfriend.
Yeah.
But there's something going on here. That guy's 18, works at a piercing place. That's trouble. Listen, you're all screwed up. All you piercer guys, you're all whack jobs. Believe me, I've been saying this for 3 years on this goddamn show, and you guys call up and argue with me, but you can never produce a shred of evidence that would be to the contrary.
Remember that big guy we met in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
With the hoops in his ears and stuff, big plugs in his ear. That was a nice guy.
Nice guy, but he screwed up.
Yeah.
No, I think some people want piercings to be different or to make a...
Screwed up.
No,
all of them.
It's the fact that they choose piercing. It says something.
Well, there's different kinds. I mean, some of it's just style right now. Let's face it. I mean,
yeah, that's what I mean.
But when people are getting the more aggressive kinds of piercings, then it's that thing I was talking about earlier in the show. That it's some way. The way we theorize about this now, it's a way of mastering some trauma that was perpetrated against their body. Now they're taking control over that themselves. It's something different, though. Honestly, I've done a lot of thinking and research on this weekend. The way the brain sexualizes trauma is just bizarre. It doesn't. It sort of defies logic. It's like we can't think about it in terms of explaining what the symbolism is. It just happens. It's just the way the brain converts energy.
I would like everyone to express themselves through origami. No more piercings, no more tats, no more anything. Just fold paper into swans and then stay at home, because I don't want to see you expressing yourself all over the place.
And this would help you understand some of the people, why they are so difficult to talk to. One of this therapist who deals with sex addicts and compulsives all the time said, these addicts, particularly sex addicts, feel so terrible about themselves, yet she's learned one thing about them. They describe themselves as a piece of ass around which the whole world revolves.
Right. It's very it's low self-esteem meets grandiosity head on. It's a very potent combination. Tyler.
Yeah.
You're 13.
Yeah.
What's going on?
My mom's just drinking, and I want to figure out a way to tell her that make it so she doesn't flip out on me.
Where's your dad?
He lives up in Portland in a trailer.
How much drinking is your mom doing?
Well, tonight she's been drinking tonight, and she drinks about Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and occasionally on the weekdays.
What days? Are there any days left? Wait a minute. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then sometimes on weekdays.
She's drinking a lot.
It depends on the day.
She's drinking a lot.
What is she drinking?
Milwaukee's Best beer.
It's funny. You go from you go from the unspecific to the overly ultra specific. But we do appreciate that, Tyler.
Tyler,
12 ounces or the 16-ounce tall boys?
The 12 ounces.
So has this been going on for years and years?
Yeah, it's been going on for about 5 years.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, one.
Older, younger?
Younger.
Oh, boy. Is there any other adult family member or friend of hers that you could talk to about this?
My stepdad, he feels the same way as I do, but he's going to be moving out pretty soon.
Because of her drinking?
Yeah.
Maybe, do you have a relationship with your stepdad, or a reasonable, close relationship?
It's off and on.
Could you go to an Al-Anon meeting with him, or an Alateen meeting?
I don't know, I haven't talked to him about it yet, but...
That's about all you can do, other than really confronting her, at least applying some pressure. If she's the kind of person that escalates, is really going to act out when you confront her about her behavior, sometimes it's safer just to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And the stepdad, if he cares about you, I would think would take you or go with you to one of these meetings. And it's interesting that oftentimes when family members start taking care of themselves by doing things like going to Al-Anon or getting therapy, the addicts or the identified patient often starts to get better too, because they become fearful that the family member is going to get so well that they won't take their ass anymore and will leave, which is in fact what will happen.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, it solves itself,
right?
Which is you take care of yourself,
right?
So if there's no Alateen meetings nearby, is there a school counselor?
Alateen's everywhere.
It is?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere we speak to.
But let's just say his stepfather, when he moves out, Tyler needs to continue going. Maybe there's school
counselor at school. That's a great advice.
Really? I saw my counselor, like Mr. Tomey, coming down the hall, and I just turned and walked the other direction. Is that your counselor, or do you have counselors on top of counselors? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think different schools have different kinds of systems.
My counselors at school just told me, listen, don't take this class, it's hard.
No. Now I think schools are much more aware about,
Oh, now they have to have like a whole ward. Yeah.
You could probably
padded
go
cells.
to the nurse and find out if they have mental...
They have prisons. They have nurseries. They have to be be equipped. Yeah,
Take care
be
for the
equipped
kids.
with everything. Oh yeah. And by the way, Mr. Tomey can kiss my ass. Hope you're having fun with that $32,000 you're making a year. I wonder what he's doing with all that money.
See, now that Adam's in the big time, he's now getting back at everybody.
I was too stupid.
Oh, God.
That's right. That is right. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the lovely counseling and the career guidance. Telling me the classes were too tough for me. Wasn't smart enough to make it.
Kiss my ass.
What do you think? $32,000 a year. What do you get? You can buy a yacht with that, or what do you do? Or just live in some crappy apartment somewhere? All right. Well, I'm sure it's a very rewarding job working with misfits. Ashley.
Hi.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I wanted to know how Dr. Drew feels about, like, weight loss pills and stuff.
He's all for them. We're going to move on to the next call?
We'd have to go into the fantasy answers if...
But he tells me they don't work unless you take twice the recommended dosage. Is that true, Drew?
With alcohol.
With booze. Yeah, he's got to wash down with a fifth of scotch.
Okay.
Rye will do in a pinch, Drew says, but scotch is...
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley, come on.
What?
How overweight are you?
I weigh 200 pounds.
200?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Well, I think that it's important for you to address your health as a real health... Excuse me, to address your weight as a real health issue.
I do. I've tried a lot of different things.
Like what?
My doctor put me on a diet, and it didn't help, and... I mean, I ride horses. I'm not lazy.
Oh, you gotta let the horse ride you. You don't get any exercise sitting on a horse.
That makes her feel better.
Well, I'm just saying, he's sitting on a horse. That doesn't get you any exercise. That's how old people do that for exercise.
Ashley, when you say that the diet didn't work, was it because you couldn't stick to it, or because it just didn't?
I'm sorry?
Were you able to, why didn't the diet work that the doctor put you on?
I don't know.
I mean, were you not able to stick to it?
No, I stayed on it, and I wasn't losing anything.
For how long did you stay on it?
Like
3 days.
A month. And you sure you were on it exactly as prescribed?
Yeah.
Okay. Because some people genetically are that way.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I think, isn't it, I think the exercise, I don't know the medical things, but I think, Ashley, that horse riding, it's great that you're not lazy, and it's great that you're outdoors riding horses, but the best thing I think you can start doing is start walking.
Oh, yeah, I do. That's what I mean. I mean, when I ride my horse, I'm out there like 5...
No, I mean walking,
Ashley,
like saying, I'm going to walk several miles and making it just about the walking and you walking
exercise
fast.
is not about being active. Exercise is setting aside a period of time during which you do an act, whatever it is you'll do, what you enjoy doing, and you try to do more in that same period of time every day.
But it can't involve being pulled by an animal.
No,
can it?
It builds up. It just walking
that doesn't count. Like if you're dragged by a yak for 45 minutes, 3 days a week, does that count?
Nope, doesn't count. But walking stairs at work or doing manual labor at work, that doesn't even count at all.
Okay.
At all. That's not exercise. Exercise is conditioning, is about increasing the amount of work done in a specified period of time. At least, in your case, I would hope 5 times a week.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So, Ashley, but you got a horse. That's pretty good. Your folks must love you.
No, Ashley, I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
As a female who understands, wanting to be a certain weight, etc., please don't take those weight loss pills, okay? All they do is make you lose some water. They'll make you feel terrible, and they're not, in the long run, they won't help you lose weight, I promise. The best thing for you to do is, now you're 15, Okay? You might even grow a little taller.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was 15, I was heavier than I was now. Most 15-year-olds are. And just start a walking program, okay? Get a Walkman, music you like. Do you live in the city or the country?
I'm going to be moving to the country.
Great. That's wonderful. And walk for at least 45 minutes a day. And I promise you, by the time you're out of high school, you will be much more fit and you'll be at a lower weight.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, Ashley.
And then I want to reiterate what
Sounded fine.
Well, is that diet pills work by a variety of means, but most of the data out there suggests that even when you lose weight on the pills, in the long run, it comes back unless you substantially change your lifestyle and
It
habits.
always comes back. I mean, even people have plastic surgery and liposuction. It comes back if you don't
That's
change.
a lot of the data. That's right.
Oh, who are you talking to, sister? I know it. I know it so well. Sure, look at my ass. Sorry. Size of a pickle barrel.
It looks great in those pants.
Oh, does it? You're not just saying that.
I'm not.
All right. Listen, the weight loss is just a great metaphor for life, which is you want to. Everyone wants to look great at the beach, and no one wants to go to the gym, and there's no way around it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you can take some steroids, you can take some diet pills, you can vomit, you can do a little short-term something. It'll just come back and haunt you. Your teeth will fall out or your prick will fall off or whatever it is. But it's really one of the great metaphors for life. It stands for everything in life, which is you want something, you work at it, you're diligent, and then you get to take your shirt off and feel good about yourself. And that's it. That's it. That's everything. You just can't get around it. You're 15, you're fine. Just walk the horse around. Drag the horse around a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back. Huh? We'll talk to Alex when we come back. Is having an affair with girlfriend's mom. Love's girlfriend wants to end the affair. We'll talk to him after this.
Hi, this is Andy Dick from News Radio, and you're listening to Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
But that's genetic, too, that he was that way.
Hey, Alexandra Paul is here. You know her from Baywatch, and now you can revisit her on Melrose Place. Monday nights, 8 o'clock. Watch tomorrow night. What is your occupation in Melrose Place?
I'm actually a teacher.
Whoops. Whoop. Your mic's not on. Mike? There we go. I think you're on again. There you go.
I'm on now. I'm a teacher in a convent in Poughkeepsie, New York.
In a convent?
Yes. I'm a Catholic girl. But I'm not a nun. I'm a teacher. And that gives me the potential to go either way, because you know what they say about Catholic girls.
Do you all kinds of nefarious stuff?
Yeah.
Do you wear the frock and the...
No, I don't wear... No, sorry.
Sister Patrol?
Sorry.
You don't have the sister outfit?
No.
But you wear the big crucifix?
No, not even. I'm a teacher in a convent.
You just teach
when I say convent, I mean a school that is run by nuns, and it's attached to.
I thought nuns taught schools that were run by nuns.
Actually, I went to a Catholic school that was run by nuns, and not all of them were nuns. Some of them were
teachers.
Teachers, just teachers, without habits or anything.
All right, so that's you.
That's me.
And who you teach in? It's a girls' school.
It's a girls' school, and my niece goes there. She's the one that links me to Melrose Place.
She's going to get in with the wrong crowd soon. Wow. Does she wear a uniform?
She wears a uniform, yeah.
That's excellent. And is
She's 10, Adam.
10?
She's 10. And
yeah, but the actress who plays her is 21.
No, actually, she's 9. Really lovely girl.
I feel so impure. All right, I got to go to church.
You are.
I was watching TV today, and that Benny Hinn came on. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He's like the faith healer, a guy. He's the guy who has like an accent. I don't know where he's from. He's from like Rio de Janeiro or something. He's probably the biggest faith healer. He gets people out of the wheelchairs and stuff. But Benny's hair, he starts his part in like around the Nevada state line and brings it over the top, and he's wearing this, he's got the jewelry on. These guys it'd been a while since I've seen a real evangelist on TV, and it'd been a few years. They look like pimps. I mean, they don't even try anymore. There was a gold grand piano behind it. It was a gold piano. It's like a goddamn Liberace museum that he was going from. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are people thinking, and how stupid and effed up do you got to be to even consider paying these guys money? I mean, this guy's actually wearing a 4-piece suit. I know you didn't think it exists. He wore 2 vests. He's wearing jewelry. He's wearing like Super Bowl rings. His hair's pulled over. I mean, he's wearing a pinstripe suit, like a gold tie. I mean, it was like he was a caricature.
Yeah.
It was like you're doing a Steve Martin movie or something. And I think, what? How? To me, and the people who really buy into it, hook, line, and sinker, and who actually send checks, this is a sign of mental instability. You're essentially taking money from people who need to be either medicated or institutionalized, and that's why it should be illegal. It's catch-22. Anyone effed up enough and stupid enough and unstable enough to send Benny Hinn $50 should be considered impaired mentally, and therefore should not
should be protected.
Should be protected. Yeah. That's right. Just like don't we have rules for retards or something, Drew?
We have rules about who can have sex with whom.
Oh, we do. Well, you can't have sex with a retarded person?
If you're over 18, you can't consent, whatever, yeah.
Right, yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you have a beer in you.
Yeah.
And these people, the state that you got to be in to send this guy any money at all would be the equivalent of a pony cake. So you'd have to finish the pony cake and then someone have to beat you over the head with the tap. It really would.
Adam did watch him for half an hour, didn't you?
I swear to God, I thought it was a Liberace show. I really did. There was a gold grand piano behind him, and this guy had jewelry on. I mean, the guy looked like Mr. T. I've never seen worse hair. I don't know what it is with these evangelists, but their hair is always effed up. If there is a God, he's not paying attention to your hair. He really isn't. I don't know why that is a prerequisite, why you have to have bizarrely colored hair. And something else I want to say quickly before we get back to the phone. Guys, do not color your hair when you get older. I stumbled upon this with a friend of mine yesterday. I said to him, listen, women start effing with their hair at 13.
Yeah.
And by the time they get into their 20s or 30s, they're like chemists. They really are.
They can't remember what
they can do anything they want to their hair. Guys don't touch their hair, and then all of a sudden at 56 they decide it'd be a good idea to go auburn because they're gray.
Right.
And now it turns purple, and they look like idiots. You see guys that dye their hair they're like 63-year-old guys who've dyed their hair. It's always a disaster because it's like doing something for the first time when women have been experimenting and perfecting this their whole life. Where was I, Drew?
Alex, what do you think? Should I get rid of my gray?
No, it's very becoming.
No, it's very distinguished. I have many friends that are nuts over you, Drew.
That's nice.
Mostly dudes.
Ow!
Alex?
Whatever.
You're 17.
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
And I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great.
Really, I just have to say thanks, because I really didn't know what to do now.
All right, what's up?
And I've been going out with this girl. She's 17, my age. I'm 17, too. And I met her about, I'd say, 4 years ago, and you're in junior high. And I've known her like 4 years, 3 years actually out of high school. But we go to different high schools, but we see each other like every day. You know, I go after work and all that. And just about 2 months ago, I had like a sexual relationship with her mom.
How old is her mom?
Her mom is 35. She had her, I think, when she was 17, 18.
Yeah.
Same age. And lady, you know, she's nice. She's pretty and everything. But I really don't want...
She's not that nice.
She's...
She's not that nice if she's having sex with her daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, I think what that means about her as a mom.
Excuse me?
I think what that means about her as a mom, this nice lady.
And and this happened about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I don't want anything else because now I feel like she has a tight hold on my wrist, you know?
Yeah.
Well, why does she have a hold on you? She's going to talk?
I feel like she's going to tell my girlfriend that.
No.
No.
How many times? Did you just have sex once?
No, it's about 4 times.
First of all, what she did was against the law, I believe.
Well, he's 17.
Yeah, I believe it's that way for males as well as females.
Well, all right, but that's academic. Go ahead. I mean, who cares?
Well,
it's not an issue.
He's got some power, too, is what I think Drew's saying.
Right.
Is that,
all right, in that case, it's a valid point.
So what is your question?
I don't know what to do now because I don't want to...
Well, you need to stop sleeping with the mother.
Yeah.
You just
Can you do that?
Just do oral sex for a while.
Can you stop sleeping with? Can you stop being sexual with her?
I have. I don't want anything else because I love my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, that's obvious.
Well,
you put her up on a pedestal, is really, while you're banging her mom, you just keep her up on that pedestal.
How long ago was this that you were doing that with the mom?
Happened 2 weeks ago, the last time.
2 weeks ago, so...
And after that, my girlfriend's been telling me, you know, how come I don't go to the house around anymore?
Yeah, it's not as though we could say your love for your girlfriend has grown in recent weeks. Why do you do that? Why would you be with the mom?
Well, he's 17. He's a guy. He doesn't know what's going on.
All right.
Hey, Alex.
Uh-huh.
All right, couple of predictions here. Now, listen to me. I'm going to speak the truth. Even if it's not, I want you to listen.
Okay.
This mother's not going to dare say anything to her daughter.
She has a lot more to lose than you do.
Much more to lose than you. She has to live with this woman in her family for the rest of your life, which is you'll probably be gone in a few months. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I guarantee the daughter's got to be a little bit screwy, too, because she was raised by this witch. You understand? But she has to be a little bit screwy. Doesn't mean you need to break up. It just means you need to keep an eye on her.
You know what? I think the daughter, though, is one of these perfectionists because she picks a guy like Alex, and she's busy taking care of that mom. And so the girlfriend is probably ultra sort of codependent, for lack of a better word. You know,
yeah.
I'm not getting that. He didn't say anything about the girlfriend being wild or having difficulty or cheating. It's just the girlfriend just sits there while he takes advantage of her.
Is he sleeping with her?
That's a good question.
Are you sleeping with the girlfriend?
Yeah, I am. I've been seeing her, I think it was 2 years.
Is she real nice?
Yeah, she is. She's a very sweet girl. Actually, I've been planning, we both been planning our future.
But she takes real good care of you, right?
Yeah, she does.
Does she take care of her mom, too?
Actually, yeah, she does.
Yeah, that's her whole life, is taking care of mom.
Now, I have a question. Why did you do it 4 times with the mom? I mean, 1 time I can kind of see, but 4 means that you felt guilty, but you did it anyway. Why did you do it 4? I mean, I don't trust that you say you've given up the mom, that you're not going to go back to the mom when you see the mom in a sexy bathing suit.
It was, every time I would go to her house, and it's not planned, it just happened.
Alex,
You're 17, what? It just sort of fell into her vagina?
Well, yeah.
I mean, you had to think about it.
17-year-old guys can't even begin to state their case, though. It's funny. It's like,
maybe.
Well, he's got to take some responsibility, otherwise he's going to keep letting it supposedly happen with the mother.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
But Alex was carefully selected by his girlfriend.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
He is not going to treat her right. And,
and she's going to keep trying to fix it?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, Alex.
You should talk to the girlfriend.
Yes. But she's not
have your girlfriend
break up, would you? Just get out of this. You don't like your girlfriend that much. You wouldn't be banging around with mom.
Yeah.
You've been together for too long. Give her a break. She can't have this. They're talking about marriage, you know.
But he shouldn't. What should he do?
Should he tell the girlfriend?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That's such a violation with the mom.
No, just
the mom is a bitch.
Mom's a bitch.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, but
maybe the girl should know. I mean, what? What do you think, Drew? So the girl know? I mean, damaging.
No, I would not want to give advice like that without knowing the people, or without them having sort of therapeutic safety. From
somebody. So do not tell.
Don't
the
tell.
Girlfriend.
He's not gonna.
Yeah, and of course, but see, the girlfriend will not let.
No, he might. He's not taking responsibility for anything.
The girlfriend will not let Alex go if he tries to leave, because you know he's a perfect fit for her, and she'll find another Alex if Alex leaves.
Right. Well, I don't care. Bob?
Yeah.
You're 19.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good.
Oh, good. Love you guys. Your show is awesome. You help many, many people. I think you guys are great. Quick question. I'm 19. I'm engaged to a girl. We've been together for 2 years. We're getting married in June. She's 17, just graduating high school. Dr. Drew, I know you're not too fond of young marriages, but overall...
Just playing the odds, that's all.
Yeah, you guys will have 2.6 wonderful years.
Yeah.
2.6, you think so?
Why are you getting married now? What's the rush?
I just feel it's time. I'm a very mature person for my age. I've got a good job. I make good money. So
Karnak says mom and dad were married at 21.
Pardon?
Just guessing. Ask the question, Adam. See if he can give you.
When
were you want to know when his folks were married?
Yes.
What, you think there's a connection there?
Oh.
When were your folks married?
Let's see. They were probably, about 21.
Ooh,
man, Drew, you're amazing. You are. You're amazing.
Yeah, that's great, though.
And are they still married?
Never gets an ounce of satisfaction out of the listeners. He went ahead and guessed.
But I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much.
They're 23 years in July.
Okay. So there's a good role model for behaving like that anyway.
Yeah.
That's why you chose. That's why you're on that track.
Here's our theory. There's no reason to get married and a few not to. You know what I mean? It couldn't hurt to hang out for a couple more years before you got married.
What is she going to do after high school?
After high school, well, she's got a job opportunity with me. I sell public service announcements
Blowjob?
radio stations.
Oh, really?
Oh, Adam wants to talk to you.
Better start kissing ass.
No, he sells public service announcements.
Oh, you do? Hey, Bob, hold on a second. I want to talk to you about this PSA BS for a second.
He is a mature 19-year-old. He can see through Adam in a second.
We sit here on a nightly basis and listen to public service announcements.
Take a bite out of crime.
There's our friend McGruff. And the reason we do that is because the show's syndicated and we don't hear any one station's feed. We just hear this rotation of public service announcements. And we've heard McGruff warning us about laptop computer theft at the airport, which I know is a plague on this country. I mean, it's in the news every night just about. A couple of kids got their laptops stolen. What are you going to do? I'm scared to buy a laptop these days. Everyone in my family's had a laptop stolen from the airport. The other one is being pickpocketed at the airport. At the airport. Apparently, the FAA has a nice kitty for PSAs because everything seems to revolve around the airport. Now, let me say a couple of things for just 1 second, Bob, and I don't know if you can do anything about this. First off, to all the a-holes that are doing all these PSAs, I would say 5% of this country goes to the airport. So you're already alienating a good section of the country. You really are.
You've left out the most important PSA.
Air turbulence, everybody.
Yeah.
This is a killer. Even though no one's actually died of air turbulence, it is still a huge killer, this air turbulence.
Listen at the next commercial break. You'll hear something.
Oh, my God. They're telling you to put your goddamn seatbelt on when you get in the airport, when you get in the airplane, as if you could miss that. As if the stewardess does not go around and poke you with a stick every 5 minutes telling you to put your seatbelt on.
Air safety personnel. That was my flight yesterday.
Okay, here's my point, Bob. Why are these? We should be talking about Norplant. We should be talking about drug addiction. We should be talking about incest. We should be talking about rape, and we should be talking about the morning after pill. Why are we talking about laptop computer theft and in turbulence, airplane turbulence?
Bob,
do you have an answer for that?
Well, I guess I can work on the airplane turbulence. I don't fly as much as you guys, but I don't know. If you wanted to do something with the morning after pill, if you got any information, I can get on it.
Count me in. I'll do it. I'll do it for free.
Okay.
No problem.
I can get that out there, no problem.
I'm on because I just think that's such an important deal. I will do it anytime, anywhere.
Hey, and Mike, play that airport turbulence.
Wait a minute. Bob. Here's one point about your question, and here's all I'm going to say.
I'll let him get married.
No, wait. I give it my blessing if she has the same family history that you do.
Okay.
If she has parents that got married at 19, have been married 50 years, then she has the same template you do, then there's a probability of success.
Let me hear this airplane turbulence.
What a tough thing your body is. It's built to withstand bending, pinching, tattooing, swimming, bumping, tickling, shaving,
Loud noises.
childbirth, football.
Oh, wait a minute. Now stop it right there.
Football.
Let me pose this question. Have there been more people injured in air turbulence or football?
Okay, let's hear
childbirth.
Childbirth. Another one.
How many women died historically?
One out of five. One out of 5 deaths.
Used to be torture.
1 out of 5 deaths.
But what they don't, but Drew, what you know is 1 out of 4 women die in an airplane.
Okay, well,
because of turbulence.
Let's hear the rest of it.
Cooking.
Cooking.
Rollerblading. Marathons.
Rollerblading.
Even
Marathon. Did you hear that?
company meetings.
But listen.
But there's something the human body isn't built to withstand. Unexpected turbulence.
Oh, yeah.
Happily, though, planes are built to withstand that really well. All you have to do is wear your safety belt the entire flight.
Yeah.
So next time you fly, stay buckled up the whole time. Because after all, turbulence happens.
I'll tell you.
You're just not built for it.
No, you're not.
This message is a public
Built for
service
football,
of this station and the
childbirth?
Federal Aviation Administration.
Sure. Yeah, we all know that a 300-pound guy hitting you at full speed is not going to do any damage to you, but when the seat you're in shakes, now that's trouble. your head's liable to roll off right down that aisle. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my goddamn life, that PSA. It really is. Ridiculous. And I'm going to make a note about the seatbelt, because I'll tell you what, next time I get on a flight, Drew, I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to raise my hand and say, oh, by the way, see these two pieces of fabric with the metal clasps that are on them, that are in my lap? Should we go ahead and fasten those? Ridiculous. Or is anyone going to bring it up? As a matter of fact, I have an invention. I got an invention I want to come up with right now, and I'm giving this one away, Drew. It's a little light that has a picture of a seatbelt on it that will go ahead and light up when you're in the airplane, and that the pilot can control when you hit some bumpy air. What about that? Wouldn't that be a huge breakthrough?
I'm going to put an overhead communication system, speakers throughout the same...
Slow down.
And the pilot
speakers in the plane.
Pilot can then announce, suggest to wear the seatbelt.
What's a seatbelt?
People won't know what seatbelt is. The two linen devices with the clasps on the end. Yes.
Okay, we'll come up with the name so people understand what it is. All right, it's high time that people understood this, especially people that fly and that are ignorant to this. I've talked to people who've been flying for 30 years, have no idea what the seatbelt is.
What do they think those things were?
I don't know, Drew, but thank God we've got the PSA. This should cure everything. We'll be fine in just a number of months. Mike, let's double up on this PSA. I really want the word to get out to the 3% of our listeners that actually fly on airplanes. Because you know all those effed up 15 and 16-year-olds who listen to the show, they do a lot of business travel. Especially first class and business class. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be back. Hey there. It's Loveline. Forget about the phone number. Forget about the fax number. Alexandra Paul is here. Turn that down, Mike.
What do you think? You want to do the PSA for the stewardesses?
No. I'm done.
Flight attendants. Now they're called air safety professionals now.
I'm done.
Just when they're telling you about their seatbelts.
They just threw up in the basket.
I want you to taste this licorice.
No, thanks.
It's horrible. Here we go. It's like gag licorice. Sherry, you should have tackled me when I took that from you.
Food. This gets salty. It's not sweet.
Yeah, that ain't right, Sherry. That ain't right. I don't care where it's from. It's not right. Isn't that bad?
What's it from?
Denmark.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone's got to be...
Sugar?
Yeah, they're going to spit it out.
Oh, dear.
Oh, don't pick it up. Let Lycus eat it. All right, Shannon.
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yeah.
You slept with Guy 2 months ago. Why is he starting to ignore you now?
Yeah.
This is your boyfriend?
Yeah. Well, he's...
Is it your boyfriend?
Well, we haven't officially broken up.
Is he 19?
Well, was he your boyfriend when you slept with him?
Yeah.
Is he 19?
He's 16.
16.
How long were you going out before you slept together?
About 6 months.
So he wants to break up with you?
I don't know. He hasn't been talking to me.
At all?
No.
Well, Drew, what would that be? So he's not talking to you.
He must have laryngitis.
No, he wants to break up, Shannon.
Break up. That happened to me in high school.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it's terrible.
The guy just stopped talking to you?
Just stopped talking, stopped calling. It was devastating. Because, we girls always want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Have you tried to talk to him, and what has he said?
Well, he just, like, if me and my friends walk by his house, he'll run inside when we were together.
He's a coward. Right? I think that's kind of cowardly.
He's just a 16-year-old guy. He wants to be out of the relationship.
Well, have you talked to him yourself?
Yeah, he just says that he doesn't like it when I bring my friends over.
Have you tried calling him?
Recently?
On the phone, yeah.
Yeah, but he's always outside, or he's asleep, or in the shower, not available.
Avoiding.
Yeah. Listen, Shannon, I hate to be tough on you, but he's done.
He's done, and he's a coward. He's
not a great guy, but don't worry about getting an answer. The answer's in the actions.
You know what? How do you feel about breaking up with him?
They're already broken up.
Well, I mean, her just saying it. Women need closure.
No, they don't.
We can't just skulk away. We have to have some words, some decision.
Shannon?
Yeah?
Why don't you call him and break up with him?
Because he won't come to the phone.
All right, well, there's the answer. Oh, please.
Yeah, write him a letter. So it's important for
have your attorney draft something up, and then you can sign it.
It's called closure, Adam. I know you probably run inside when you don't want to talk to a girl.
Oh, listen, I'm so scared. I can't break up with anybody. Thankfully, they break up with me. I do not have to worry about that. Tulio?
Yes.
Tulio?
Yes.
What's
going on?
Just want to find this. My question is for Dr. Drew, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was just want to find out what really poppers are. I was offered to them, and someone offered me to use them, but I didn't use it. But I just wanted to.
Are they
Poppers?
amyl nitrate or are they nitrous?
Huh?
Poppers?
Poppers, yeah.
I think it's amyl nitrate.
Oh.
And was it like at a gay bar?
Well, actually, I was with my boyfriend. We were having sex.
Okay, all right.
That's amyl nitrate. They ought to just call that anal nitrate. It takes the confusion out of it.
It's something kind of popular in the gay community. That's why I was asking about it at a gay bar. And it lowers your blood pressure rapidly, and it tends to cause little euphoria at the time. It's the same logic or the same notion as asphyxiating yourself when you have sex. Not a healthy thing to be doing to yourself, all right?
Okay, yeah.
All right.
But I just wanted to find out if you did.
But he wants you to try, like, when you're having your orgasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, gay guys love that. They just got to keep piling stuff on top of the orgasm.
Yeah, but
that's the dangerous part. You know, women at least seem to sort of hold a guy in check. You get two guys together, and that's it. They just spin out of control sexually, putting a hamster in your ass. Take this amyl nitrate. Let's give the hamster the amyl nitrate. Let him catch a buzz before he goes in the ass. You know, they just keep going because it's like
we don't have women going tempering it.
Yeah, the lifeguard is falling asleep, and the kids have taken over the pool.
Is there
and
a
they're just
reason
going
you use
nuts.
that metaphor?
I was just looking at you. I was picturing you in that little Baywatch outfit of yours. Very nice.
Amory?
Amory.
Yes, that's me. I just have a question because, first I'd like to say, Adam, I absolutely love you, and I think you're totally a genius, and I would back you up on anything that you ran for.
All right, now we can have the show.
Thank you.
Adam's going to be okay now. What's up? We got about less than a minute.
I'm going to be running for my VCR in about 5 minutes, in case you're curious.
My question is, I have a lot of guy friends, but I'm not really interested.
Drew loves a good whack-off joke. Go ahead.
I like word quips.
Could you let her finish? Go ahead. I'm listening.
Thank you. I have a lot of guy friends, but I'm not into any deep relationships because I don't really believe in, wasting my time unless I'm planning to marry somebody.
Oh, boy.
So I'm waiting until I get into college or graduate, but I just want to know can I go up to a guy and, ask him out or whatever?
You want to go ask a guy out?
Yeah.
Hey, you could do it. Listen, here's how it'll work. If a guy's interested and he's attracted to you and you ask him out, the answer is yes.
But a guy only needs to be a little bit interested.
Oh, just a tad. It doesn't have to be much.
Sometimes he needs to know that you're interested because
that's right.
You're asking him out, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're saying that sometimes the girl doesn't even need to ask the guy out.
No. I'm saying that a guy, for a guy to ask a girl out, then he has to be very interested and motivated. But if he's asked out by somebody, he only needs a little bit interested. He'll be delighted to go out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
So you're saying just go up and ask him.
Yeah. If you want to know how, you can just go do it.
I think also I recommend, if you don't want to sound like you're coming on too strong, is to ask him out in a group situation.
Group or coffee.
Less threatening.
Yeah.
And she'll seem less aggressive.
And whereas women oftentimes are put off by having guys asking them out, men are only flattered.
Always.
They really are.
Always.
I mean, I'll speak from personal experience, although I've never actually been asked out. But I know Drew has, and I know I have friends that have, and they've never been put off by it. It's like, hey, great, somebody likes me. Even if I'm married or even if I don't like her, I'm not attracted, whatever it is, I don't care who it is, you get asked out, you're flattered. It's such a novelty for a guy. So you women should not hesitate at all. On the other hand, if all of you thought that way and 10 years went by of you asking guys out, then we'd assume your roles as females and probably be put off by it. So the time to act is now, and we'll be back. All right, that's it. Another wonderful show with the fabulous Alexandra Paul, who's welcome back anytime.
Oh, thank you.
I mean it. Always have a good time. She's a breath of fresh air. Wouldn't you agree, Drew?
Yeah, and I'm just looking at our guest for the next week. It's only people that have been on the show